Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Rong. Today I will be giving you Capper Comparison Picks for UFC Vegas 37 more prelim fights. Good night, baby. Bye. Good night. I'll be up after I make this video. Anyway, yeah, you heard me right. More prelim fights. Do check out the videos I made last night and this morning. I'm knocking all these out really quick. I'll try to cover every fight on the card because tomorrow I will be out of town for work. I'll be in Long Island, so I really don't want to make another video out of a hotel room. It's not. I don't feel comfortable, and I don't care for. I'd rather not do that. So that's why I'm making so many videos so early. And Wednesday, my children have soccer practice, so that takes up. I can't do anything on Wednesday. That's why I did one last night. I did one this morning. I'm doing one right now, and then I will do the main card fight Thursday. And well, maybe I will Wednesday after practice. I suppose I could do a video. Anyway, I will cover every fight on this card prior to weigh-ins, because Friday night I will have the after weigh-ins live stream with BC Dave. Definitely tune in for that one. I apologize for my indigestion. I just had dinner not so long ago. Still, it's sitting like right here. But anyway, let's get into this. Like I said, these aren't really in order, but they're all prelim fights. This being the headliner, so I put that last. But let's get right into this female flyweight fight between cold-blooded Erin Blanchfield taking on too sweet Sarah Alpar. You heard Sarah Alpar had a GoFundMe for training, and she was asking for I want to say, I don't know exactly all the details. I'm going by what I heard from cappers, and I heard a couple different stories. She was asking, she had a GoFundMe for a training camp, and she was asking for $35,000 or something. And then I heard two different conflicting stories, but Jake Paul did give her money. The story is, one of the cappers said he gave her $25,000, almost fulfilling that GoFundMe. The other capper said $5,000. So I don't know which is true. I really don't care. But the fact is, she had a GoFundMe begging for money so she can train, and Jake Paul did give her some money. I just want to throw that out there. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, I don't know. It's just, oh, please help me so I can. Why don't you do Hannah Goldie and work 3 jobs? How's that? How about you get a job and use that to pay for your training, like other fighters do? I mean, sometimes you're gonna have to put in that get up a little bit earlier and go to bed a little bit later if you wanna. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Whatever. Free money. Good on you, I guess. Sarah Alpar. Good on you, I suppose, for too sweet Sarah Alpar. Anyway. Let's start. Erin Blanchfield. She is fresh 22-year-old female. 22. Sarah Alpar is 30. Okay. Blanchfield 6-1. She's 4-1 in her last 5. She's a pretty heavy favorite at a 3-1 favorite, minus 310. It barely moved. It did move a little bit. It was at 305, minus 305. Sarah Alpar, 9-5, comes in as a underdog, plus 260 underdog. that was 255, so that moved up a touch too. Nothing too crazy. But Erin Blanchfield, cold-blooded. She is a prospect. If you'll ever see a good prospect, Blanchfield should come to mind when you're thinking about female prospects moving on up the rankings. Because she's coming, this is her UFC debut. She is out of, she's familiar in CFFC, which is Cage Fury. That's Philadelphia, like South Jersey, Philadelphia promotion, regional promotion down in Philly. And also Invicta, which a lot of y'all know about Invicta. Okay, she's coming off a unanimous decision win against Brogan Walker Sanchez. Like I said, 4-1 in her last 5. Both these girls are the same height. Erin Blanchfield, though, 5-inch reach advantage. That is something to take into consideration for Blanchfield. Cold-blooded, the BJJ black belt at 22. Tell me she's not a prodigy, huh? 22-year-old BJJ black belt. And she's taking on Sarah Alpar. Too sweet. Sarah Alpar's 3-2 in her last 5. She's coming off a loss to Jessica Rose Clark. She got TKO round 3 loss. She fights out of Panda Kickboxing and Grappling in Oklahoma City. Panda is that other fighter. What's her name? It's right there too. It's right at the tip of my tongue. I can picture her. I just can't think of her name right now. But anyway, it doesn't really matter that much. Sarah Alpar is coming down a weight class from 135 to 125, so keep an eye on the scales come weigh-in day. Sarah Alpar, she's statistically, she is not really that good. I don't really have much more to say about her. Without trashing her. I don't like trashing fighters. I have full respect for pretty much almost all fighters. Not all of them. There's some that I do not respect for reasons, but I have nothing really good nor bad to say about Sarah Alpar. Personally, I'm just saying, statistically, she is not that good. All right, Blanchfield, up and coming prospect, and I'm going to explain. I don't have to explain. The cappers are going to explain this when I write down all the cappers and what their take is on this fight. We've got taking Erin Blanchfield, the heavy favorite. We've got AJ DeVito from MMA Experts. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, everybody's taking Blanchfield. The question is, how's she going to get it done? He's saying submission. She does have a BJJ black belt. And then we got Ronnie from Ronnie's MMA Breakdowns. Ronnie is saying by decision. By the way, guys, all these cappers, just their links to their channels, to these where I got this information, will be in the description. I urge you, check these guys out. Subscribe to them. They're good. They're all good. Then we've got the MMA Guru. That is the one with the knit cap from the UK. And he is also saying by submission. We've got James Lynch. I think James Lynch probably interviewed both these girls. I'm not sure though. Anyway, he is saying submission also. He's saying submission second round. Good on you being detailed, James Lynch. And finally, to cap it all off, see what I did there? King of Correct Downs, 5095. He's saying submission also second round. Just like James Lynch, second round. Making this a full capper consensus. A full capper consensus. I gotta do the dance. Now it's customary. throw some good luck pearls to y'all, all you gamblers out there. A full capper consensus is when all the cappers are in agreement and take one side, and in this case, all of them are going to take the 3-1 favorite, Erin Blanchfield, rightfully so. She should dominate this fight over Sarah Alpar, or Jessica Alpar. Sarah Alpar, I'm sorry. Erin Blanchfield should dominate Sarah Alpar. But for those that are taking Sarah Alpar, she did get that GoFundMe money. She's training out of the Panda Kickboxing. What's that girl's name? It's gonna bug the shit out of me. But I'm not gonna pause this and go look it up or anything like that. Her nickname's Panda, Fighting Panda. She's like a biologist. Come on, guys. Somebody in the comment, please help me out. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the capper consensus. I'm taking Erin Blanchfield. I like that she didn't have to start a GoFundMe to ask for money to go train. You know, and 22-year-old BJJ black belt. I'm gonna take her also to get it done by submission. We'll go second round, just like these other guys. Get it done. That'll be a plus money after you say second round. That'll make that plus money. That minus 310. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Now we have this good lightweight fight between Dakota Harry Bush and Zhu Rong. Oh, you can't go wrong picking Zhu Rong. Well, yes, you can, because Zhu Rong is coming off a loss to Rodrigo Vargas. He's actually got 2 losses. He's only fought twice in the UFC, and he's got 2 losses in the UFC. Zhu Rong is the underdog here. These odds, by the way, are all from Bet Online. That's the online gambling site that I use. Zhu Rong is the underdog, plus 116, 17-4 record. Taking on Dakota Bush, 8-3 record. He's the favorite at minus 136. Dakota Bush fighting out of Glory MMA in Missouri, coached by James Krause. Potentially up there, I would say up there in the top 5 schools, especially as of late. Glory MMA has been producing really good fighters. But anyway, Dakota Bush is coming off a loss to Austin Thud Hubbard by unanimous decision, and that was his UFC debut. Prior to that, he was from the LFA. You guys are familiar with that. Dakota Bush does have a 1-inch height, 2-inch reach advantage over Zhu Rong. Zhu Rong, like I said, this is not a debut fight. He's had 1 or 2 fights in the UFC, which he both lost. He is winless in the UFC. He comes out of Wulin Fang Promotions. That's what the Chinese regional fight scene was. Here's the key thing, though. He was fighting out of the Enbo Fight Club. That's in China with Madarji Su Madarji, however you want to say it. However, now he's training out of American Top Team, and guess who I heard he's exclusively been training with? Arman Sarukian, who is on the main card of this fight card. So that is a very interesting fact there. Zhu Rong fighting out of American Top Team with some good coaching, with a good training partner. I just have to throw that information out of there, because that is something to take into consideration when making your decision on which way you're going to go. Let's see which way the cappers are going to go on this fight. Starting with the favorite in Dakota, Harry Bush. That's his nickname, by the way, Harry. Dakota Bush. I love it. Okay, taking the fighter from Glory MMA in Missouri, we've got King of Correctdowns. He's taken Dakota Bush by decision, fading Zhu Rong. Zhu Rong did not impress me his last fight. However, in his defense, that it was like there's like 3 or 4 Chinese fighters on that card, and I think they all lost. I mean, they were coming against, they all came in getting booed. It was kind of like I think it was in Florida or something. I don't know. It was just a bad situation if you were a Chinese fighter fighting on that card. But taking Zhu Rong though, we've got the knit cap MMA guru. MMA guru thinks Zhu Rong is going to get the victory here. He just thinks Dakota Bush is not quite there yet, as in, speaking of there yet, both these guys are pretty young. Dakota Bush is older at 27. Zhu Rong, 21. That dude, the Chinese guy, bred to fight. He came out, I don't know if he was, he has like natural parents like that was not arranged or set up, but there's talks that he was, in China they pluck people from orphanages. If you have like a physical stature over the other orphans, they'll pluck you and they'll start training you early to become fighters. Then I heard other like information, like they will pair up a male and female athletes and arrange a marriage, a union, arrange a birth of a super child. Zhu Rong could be that kid too. I mean, this is all like conspiracy theory stuff. It's all, I have no idea. I don't speak Chinese. I never heard Zhu Rong in an interview, but these are things I read in the chat rooms, which chat rooms I know there's full of trolls and stuff, but every story has a grain of truth into it. Even if it's mostly lie, there's like grains of truth. So you just gotta just soak it all in, take it for what you will, you know. Anyway, Zhu Rong. Also taking Zhu Rong, we've got AJ DeVito, MMA experts. He thinks Zhu Rong should be able to get the decision victory here over Dakota Bush. But then over here, Dakota Bush, we've got James Lynch. Also by decision for James Lynch, picking Dakota Bush. And the tiebreaker, for the tiebreaker, we got Ronnie's MMA breakdowns. And who's Ronnie taking in this fight? He's taking the Chinese Zhu Rong. Can't go wrong taking Rong. And I don't even know what I'm trying to do there with that play on words, but it's definitely not working. I know that it's not working. All right, guys. But Ronnie is saying Zhu Rong should get the TKO. And you know what? I'm also gonna take the Chinese fighter. I saw a fight with him. It wasn't the last fight, Rodrigo Vargas. It was a fight before that. I forget who he was fighting, but I was not impressed. He didn't sit. I blamed it on UFC debut jitters, and it wasn't this Vargas fight which was in the Florida card with all the Chinese guys losing and getting booed when they get. It was the one where Weili Zhang was on the top card and she fought Rose Namajunas. Thug Rose. She fought Thug Rose and lost, and she like cried because she wasn't used to, in their home country, these guys are heroes. But then you go into Florida, the first full audience after COVID, which a lot of Floridians are blaming COVID on the Chinese for making it in the labs in Wuhan or whatever. I don't get political with that shit. I don't really, whatever. But anyway, everything was stacked against the Chinese fighters in that card, and the crowd was against them, and it was, so, but for real, Zhu Rong, that fight, I'm like, why? I picked him, and I was like, how come this dude does not have any, how come he's not fighting with any urgency? I don't know, I'm just gonna put it off as in jitters. The crowd was against him, all the anti-Chinese stuff going on. He didn't have his coaches there, I don't think, so he didn't really have anybody in his corner. Now he's fighting in Florida at American Top Team with people in his corner. Training partner, Arman Tsarukyan. I mean, kid's making the right moves. And he will listen to what his corner says. And American Top Team, cream of the crop, rise to the top. You know? So I'm going to take Rong here to get it done over Harry Bush. And I think he's probably going to, I'm going to say within the distance. I don't know if it's going to be, yeah, you know what? I'm going to say TKO. I don't see him submitting Harry Bush. It's going to be TKO or decision, but I'm going to say TKO. Okay. Moving on. Finally, we have the headliner of the prelims. The light heavyweight fight between the Tafon Tafon Nchukwi taking on Mike Slow Rodriguez. People are hating on Mike's nickname, Slow, but I think he did it as, I don't know, like a goof or something. I don't know why he picked Slow as his nickname. And Tafon the Don. I heard of the Teflon Don. There's that was mentioned back in old 50 Cent songs, Teflon Don. But the Tefon, Tefon, it's Tafon. It's not Teflon. It's Tafon Nchukwi. But whatever. The Don Nchukwi is the younger fighter here. He's 26. Mike Slow Rodriguez is 32. Okay, Nchukwi 5-1. He's the favorite here, slight favorite, -124. Mike Rodriguez 11-6-1, no contest. Ooh, sorry, Winston. And he is the underdog at +104. Okay, let's start with talking about the favorite in Tafon Nchukwi. He's from Cameroon. He trains out of Team Lloyd Irving. That is in Camp Springs, Maryland. That's like a military BJJ, military-based BJJ school. I know Lloyd Irving is definitely military influenced. I think he's still part, an active member of the armed services in some way. Other fighters fighting out of that place are Sodiq Youssef and James Vick. I'm just throwing that out there. Nchukwi is coming off a majority decision loss to Junyoung Park. Junyoung Park, majority decision loss. And Tafon Nchukwi has cardio for days. I heard he runs 6 miles a day. Good on you, Dadon. Good on you for that. You're definitely not slow if you're running 6 miles a day. So keep that in mind too. Now Mike Slow Rodriguez. He fights out of Lausanne Mixed Martial Arts. That's up in Massachusetts. Massachusetts, I want to say, or Connecticut. Is it Connecticut? I don't know, it's definitely up in the Northeast. I want to say Boston, Massachusetts. Lausanne, the Joe Lausanne Mixed Martial Arts. Fabio Sharon is another light heavyweight is he light heavyweight? I think so. He's another fighter that fights out of there, so he might be a potential training partner. Mike Rodriguez does have a 4-inch height and 5-inch reach advantage over Tafon Nchukwi. He's coming off a loss to Danilo Marquez, rear naked choke in round 2. He's 1-3-1 no contest in his last 5. Not a good look for Slow Rodriguez. But the 32-year-old does have a little bit more experience than the favorite in Nchukwi. 11-6-1 no contest, 5-1. Okay, let's see what these cappers have to say about this fight. We're gonna start with Mike Slow Rodriguez. All right, we've got Ronnie from Ronnie's MMA Picks or MMA Breakdowns. Ronnie is saying TKO round 2 for Mike Slow Rodriguez. Then we've got the MMA Guru, that is the one with the knit cap. The UK Guru is taking Mike Rodriguez. We got AJ DeVito from MMA Experts. He is also saying inside the distance for Mike Rodriguez. Then we've got James Lynch. James Lynch interviewed Mike Rodriguez, but he made it a point to say that is not why he's taking him. He's taking him because of his experience and his reach. He thinks he's going to get the decision here over Nchukwi. He thinks Mike Rodriguez is more well-rounded, pretty much everywhere the fight can go, on the ground and standing up. However, it's not a full capper consensus because King of Crackdown 5095. I don't know what that number is for. 5095. King of Crackdown 5095 is taken Nchukwi by decision, being the only outlier, being the contrarian better, taking Nchukwi. Now, I was tempted to take Nchukwi, and I still may be. This one, I'm still kind of on the fence, but for now, I gotta run the plus money with the capper majority. You know, 4-1 cappers on this show, taking Mike Slow Rodriguez at plus money. He does have more, obviously, he has more experience. He's got the height, he's got the reach. And I think he can, like James Lynch said, I think aside from cardio, I think he's more well-rounded when it comes to on the feet and on the ground. However, if it does go into later rounds, Tafon Nchukwi runs 6 miles a day. So that boy probably does not get tired when he gets into later rounds. So if I had to do a Trudesno, I would pick Nchukwi to win the cardio. As for the fight IQ and willpower, it's a toss-up. I really couldn't tell you. But I'm going to take Rodriguez because he's plus money and he's got the experience and he's got the capper majority of picks. I'm going to play the safe bet and take him by decision because I don't think he's going to be knocking out Nchukwi. If he gets to the ground, though, maybe a submission's there, but I'm uncertain with that, too. I mean, he did lose to Danilo Marquez by rear naked choke, so... But I don't know. And plus, you know what? Lloyd Irving, that is a BJJ school, so Nchukwi may have some surprise BJJ in his back pocket also. Like I said, it's a very tough fight, guys. Right now, I'm going to just go with the plus money, capper majority, and veteran experience. So there you have it. To recap, time check. As you know, my daughter already went to bed. So to recap, I've got Erin Blanchfield beating Sarah Alpar by submission. I think she's going to do it in round 2. Round 1, she's going to feel it out and see judge the distance of the strikes and all that. Round 2, she's going to take it to the ground and get the submission. Then I've got Rong knocking out Dakota Bush. Not very confident with that, but Rong, a lot of hype on the 21-year-old. He's supposed to be a great Chinese prospect. All these rumors about him being bred to be a fighter. And with 21, and he's got more fights than he does. He's equal amount of fights as he does years of life. He's 21 years old with 21 fights already pro fights, not even including amateur crap. So you gotta expect that's his whole life is fighting. So I'm gonna take Rong to get the TKO victory over Dakota Bush. If I had to pick a round, I'm gonna say round 2. But right now he's plus money anyway, so I'm just gonna take him at TKO. And finally, I'm taking Mike Slow Rodriguez for his experience in the pro fight scene, and I think he might be able to, and plus he's plus money. That's why. I think he's going to get it done by decision. So there you have it. I'm going to parlay all these people. I'm going to parlay Erin Blanchfield, Rong, and Mike Rodriguez as soon as I'm done with this video. And then I'm going to revisit these on Friday after the weigh-ins, after I see what they look like. It might change my bets, but like I said, tonight's parlay is getting placed in right after this. So, gather the info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Give me that thumbs up. Fill the comments with who you think's going to win these fights. And who is the Raging Panda? Who is that girl? Who is that? Damn, her name is right here. After I'm done recording this, I'm going to look it up anyway, and then I'll be like, oh, that's right. It's, what's her face? Man, Julia Avila. Is it Julia Avila? Julia Avila? Is that her? I think it might be. I think I might have answered my own question. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. Please give me that thumbs up. Give me some comments, too. Share this, like this, subscribe if you haven't done that, please. I'd like to one day monetize. That'd be fantastic. But anyway, good luck on these bets. And like I said, tomorrow, I'm not making a video. I'll be in West Babylon, Long Island. I'll be in Long Island tomorrow night. And then Wednesday night, the kids have soccer practice. It goes kind of late. It goes to like, you know, about 7:30, 8 o'clock. By the time I get home, it's 9. I may or may not do a video Wednesday night, but otherwise, Thursday, I will definitely be making a video Thursday. So I'll just tune in for the next video. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.